Hello, and welcome to the Alpine Valley School podcast. I'm your host, Marc. It's been a while, hasn't it? I'm still here, though, and so is Alpine Valley School. Over the summer, I spent a lot of time working on our new podcast project in partnership with the East Kent Sudbury School in the UK called Lockdown Learning. It's a short series we did all about home education, which is a subject that a lot of us parents have had to become more informed about in recent times, whether we like it or not. I learned so much while working on that show, and I definitely think it's made me a better parent, and I hope a better staff member for when school starts again. If you haven't heard the show yet, I highly recommend checking it out. You can find Lockdown Learning online at alpinevalleyschool.com/lockdown, and you'll be able to catch up the entire series online or on your podcast app of choice. Just search for Lockdown Learning. So the big news today is that after a few months of being closed, Alpine Valley School is getting ready to reopen for the fall. We have a whole lot of new safety measures in place that we've worked very hard on and feel good about. If you want to find out more information about those, you can look at our website, www.alpinevalleyschool.com, and I will also post a link with all the details in the show notes for this episode as well. There is a lot to do in this new world that we find ourselves in, but Alpine Valley School is committed to moving forward in a way that is as safe as possible, while also allowing for community. This time apart has really solidified for me more than anything the need to belong in a community and to be together as much as possible. That's what we're hoping to achieve this fall, and we're doing a lot of work to make that happen. So, with all this cleaning and sanitizing and additional work, what time will be left for the podcast? Well, the honest answer is not much. At least for the next few months, the show is going to be on a hiatus. I probably won't be publishing any new episodes, at least until I have an idea of what my days at school are going to look like, and it's unclear how long that process will take. I will still check in from time to time and give all of you an update on how things are going, and if inspiration strikes and I have time to complete a full episode here and there, I will definitely do that. But unfortunately, it will not be anywhere as consistent as it has been in the past. I've done over 50 episodes of this show and a whole bunch of different topics, so if you haven't had a chance to listen to all of them yet, now may be a good opportunity. Here are a few of the most popular episodes, which I will post links to in the show notes to get you started. Episode 2, The Importance of Video Games.
There would be 4 or 5 of us all playing together, and so there was a lot of teamwork involved. So there definitely was communication going on in that way. So we were constantly socializing. It's not like the misconception that a lot of people have, which is that you just kind of sit there and you're just mindlessly staring at a TV. There's definitely talking going on.
This is an episode where I interview my brother Josh about his time spent at school playing video games. It is consistently our most downloaded episode and a resource that we point parents to all the time when the age-old question about screen time comes up. Episode 25, The School Meeting, is another episode that consistently gets a lot of listens.
Because sometimes a motion doesn't need to be discussed more than 2 times per person, because there is a good back and forth between 2 people that can't be done over 2 separate statements. And sometimes it's not enough.
But I think that flexibility was good. I mean, I think we're a small enough group of people that if we're completely rigid in all of our systems, we're just going to cause more harm than good.
In that episode, I talk with the former chairpeople of School Meeting about the importance of having a vote and how they handled themselves when things got tough. And finally, both of our parent panel episodes, both the moms and the dads, episodes 23 and 33 respectively, have been very popular with listeners.
The little things, I know that my children spent their fair share of time in the Judicial Committee.
As did we all.
Yeah. Sorry. So they spent their time in there, but I didn't hear about all the little minor things. It was their business. They took care of it.
It was hard for me, and still is, to be on board with the untraditional, I guess, classroom setting. But my boy has turned into, since he's been there 3 or 4 years, and he's turning into an amazing young man.
I've gotten feedback repeatedly that it's nice to hear the real-world experience of parents and hear what they struggled with and how they persevered. So those are all some episodes that you can check out in the meantime. If you're interested in the future of Alpine Valley School, I hope you'll stay in touch with us on social media, subscribe to our newsletter on our website, or send us an email if you want to see how things are going. You can reach me at Marc@Alpine Valley School, that's MARC, or if you have a question about the podcast specifically, you can send me an email at podcast@alpinevalley.school.com. I really want to thank you for your loyal listenership for all these years, and please know that the Alpine Valley School podcast is not going away forever, simply taking a hiatus. I'd still love your feedback if you have ideas for new episodes or any comments about the content we've already released. If you'd like to learn more about our reopening plans or are interested in enrollment for the fall of 2020, I'd suggest that you check out our website, www.alpinevalley.school.com, where we have a lot of the details all spelled out. I'm Marc Gallivan. This is the Alpine Valley School podcast, and we'll be back again after a while with more stories of real learning for real life.
Bye!